Yeah, it's your boy Burnell Washburn with another quick episode of Creative Success. Got the glide cam. Just kidding, no, it's on a spinny chair right now. I got my phone on a spinny chair. That's how we do over here at Creative Success. Today I want to share some inspiring thoughts on personal branding with you guys, because we're living in the golden age of personal brands where you can build an audience on your phone and then you can do whatever you want with that audience. Really, you can build up this whole network, this whole tribe of like-minded people and stuff, and it's just such a beautiful time to be alive. So it's a lot of people trying to build up their personal brand right now, and a lot of people are just chasing numbers, thinking if they have X amount of numbers on Instagram or X amount of subscribers on YouTube, then they're gonna like all of a sudden have everything they want and their life is just gonna come together. But really, it's not about numbers. It's about engagement and it's about authenticity. So my first tip for you guys is just to be your most authentic self. Like, just be you, and the right people will resonate with it. Like, stop trying to appeal to some people that you think might like your content. Like, that just messed me up for years. I was always trying to appeal to people that I thought would like underground hip-hop or, just like the specific niche of hip-hop that I did. And, I really shot myself in the foot, because then I got in a more ego perspective rather than coming from a heart space. And I was just too worried about what people were going to think of me, and how, who was going to like me or not like me, or what this person was going to think or what that person was going to think. But really, if you just stay true to yourself and come from the heart, then you're going to build the right tribe. The right people will come along and resonate with your message. So just be yourself, put yourself out there. Stop thinking about what everyone thinks of you. Like, I don't care what you guys think of my crazy ass hair. I gave myself a haircut several months ago, and it just looks weird right now. It's gonna grow out. It's gonna be all good. I'm still fresh, but like stuff like that has held me back a lot in the past, of being like, I don't look fresh today or whatever. And I've kind of been getting over that. Like, especially if I'm trying to do daily uploads, like I'm not gonna go put on some super fresh outfit and wear some makeup and this and that just so I can film a video, when really I'm just trying to inspire you. So I feel like whatever I'm wearing, whatever the situation is, if I just come from the heart and spit some real shit, then the right people will resonate with it. And if there is anyone that's like, man, I hate this guy's videos because his hair's whack and his outfits aren't that fresh, like, like they're just missing out anyway. So like, I don't want them in my tribe. But if you just come from an authentic place of courage, then you're going to build the right people. And then another tip is you got to be consistent. Like, I notice the more consistent I am with my content on all platforms, the better I do. The algorithms favor consistency, especially on YouTube. All the people crushing it with their YouTube audience are doing 2 uploads a day, or they're doing very consistent, like at a specific time every day or whatever. So be consistent, be authentic, and just get over the fear of what other people think of you. That's what's holding most of us back from like putting ourselves out there. And all of us have a beautiful message to share. All of us have different unique perspectives that can help benefit the world. Maybe you're super silly and goofy and you can make people laugh, or maybe you are a feng shui expert and you can help people with feng shui, or maybe you know a lot about fitness and nutrition, and like then that's where the other mindset comes in, is like, oh well, there's all these other people doing what I want to be doing and I'm not going to do it as good as them, so why should I even try? And that held me back for years. I was like, why should I talk about the law of attraction or something on YouTube? There's like 10,000 people doing that already. But as I started consuming more of it, I started realizing like, man, a lot of these people like have some cool thoughts on this, but a lot of them are way less educated than I am. And also a lot of them just don't have my unique perspectives, and none of them have my unique stories and ways of describing, and none of them have my unique timbre of my voice, the way I spit words on these cameras and whatever. Like, none of them got that unique little smile in their eyes when they say something dope that makes you feel it, you know what I mean? So rather than comparing myself, saying that they're better than me, I'm just, hey, well, they're not better or worse, we're just different, and like there's a space for me here too. So you can apply that to whatever field you're in. If you think there's already too many people in the nutrition space, like maybe there's someone that'll take nutrition advice from you because the way you say it makes sense to them more than anyone else has, or maybe they trust you more. So when you're building an audience and marketing and sales and everything, you got to have your audience know, like, and trust you. So first they got to know you. If they don't know you, they can't support you or buy anything from you. So first you got to create that awareness and get yourself known. But being known isn't cool because like a lot of people know Trump, but that doesn't mean they're gonna go buy a Trump is awesome t-shirt, you know what I mean? Like, so they have to like you. They have to like you and like feel like you're genuinely like an authentic, real good person. And then they have to trust you. They have to know that you're being honest and you're doing your stuff with integrity and like you're not just trying to like gain something personally at the expense of others. They have to know that like you're coming from a heart space, you're coming from a realness, you know what I mean? They can trust you. So I think my audience knows they can trust me. I think they know what my intentions are of like, yeah, I'm trying to blow up, trying to build this massive audience. I'm trying to get rich and famous and all that shit. But they know that I'm doing it from a place of love because I want to inspire and uplift. And they know I'm coming from my real authentic self. And I'm not trying to hurt anyone or take anything away from anyone. I'm just trying to make the world a better place. And I feel like my audience can sense that from me. So they trust me. And then when I do put something up for sale, it just flies off the shelf like that. So it's not about having some huge numbers. I don't have crazy numbers on any of my platforms. Like my biggest platform I think is probably Facebook, and I've only got like 6,000 likes or something like that, 7,000 likes. And that's just my fan page. No one even sees that anyway. On my friend page, I've only got like 4,000 or less than 4,000 people. Instagram, same thing, like less than 4K on my Instagram. Just barely past 1K on my YouTube, you know what I mean? My Snapchat maybe gets 200 to 300 views per snap. My Instagram stories are getting 150, 200 views per story or whatever. So like not much, you know what I mean? But that's big enough audience to actually sell shit. So when I do drop a t-shirt or tickets for a concert or a new hoodie or like a new CD or whatever, it sells really fast because people know me and they like me and they trust me. And I'm not constantly trying to sell shit to them. I'm just trying to constantly provide value and be in their life and just like put myself out there. And then like every once in a while I'll drop something for sale and then they're down, you know what I mean? The other day I found like 4 copies of one of my old albums. I posted a Snapchat about it and they sold out within 30 minutes. All 4 copies had all the cash in my hand. All the copies were sold and even more people were trying to buy copies. So it's not like I have some huge audience, but I have this audience that loves me, trusts me, likes me, knows me, and like also feels like I've been providing value. So then they have the natural law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity states that like we just want to give back to anyone that helps us. So if someone's done something for you, you just have a natural tendency to like want to do something back for them, you know what I mean? So reciprocity happens online too when I'm giving out all this value. And if I'm really impacting and changing people's lives, like if I put out a video that someone really resonates with and they start taking cold showers or meditating because of the video or the podcast, and it really helps them have a better quality of life, then they are more willing to buy a concert ticket or a t-shirt or a CD or whatever else I might be selling. So just think about that. And I'm not really like a salesman on here. I just go out and provide value most of the time, and then every once in a while sell something, and it's easy. And it's not like I have some huge following, and I'm never worried about numbers. I've never really been like focused on how many likes or followers or whatever I have, but I am focused on my engagement. I've always been focused on engagement. If I make a post on Facebook and it gets less than 100 likes within the first few hours, like I know it's just a garbage post and I might as well delete it because I know what my audience does, you know what I mean? The numbers might be different for you, but like I know like a certain percentage of my audience should be resonating with everything I do, you know, like 10 to 30% of the people should be stoked on it, and if not, then my content's not good enough. So you could apply that with hold on. All right, we're back. Sorry, I had to pause the video for just a second. My daughter wanted to show me a drawing that she made, so had to pause for the cause right quick. But anyway, couple more thoughts on personal branding is just like obviously being authentic, being your real self. All these guys about to be a YouTube star, huh? Say subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, see, she already knows what it is. And just that cute face, like everyone wants to subscribe to that, huh? But anyway, like I can't even remember exactly what train of thought we were talking about when I paused the video the first time, but I just wanted to say that if you just put yourself out there and you focus on the engagement.
I have beautiful makeup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You have beautiful makeup?
Yeah.
I don't think you even need any makeup, and you're definitely not wearing any, and it's highly unnecessary
Yeah.
when you got that jaw makeup.
I'm wearing.
Okay. You keep making me lose my train of thought, Ollie Sky. You little silly. Okay, let's finish talking about what we're trying to get a message out to the people on personal branding, all right? So, be real, spread love, provide value, focus on engagement rather than numbers. And like I was saying earlier, I think I remembered where we left off is like if I don't get a certain percentage of engagement on a post, then I know it's not resonating with my people. And one thing that's so crazy, I don't even know how this works because it's through text. Like I know people can read your body language. Like you could say like, yeah, I'm super happy lately. But if you have the wrong body language, like people can sense that.
I have beautiful makeup.
So I don't know why people can sense it through text, but they can. It's so crazy. People can sense the energy that you're feeling when you make a post. When I write something on Instagram and do a heartfelt caption versus like a caption that's more from the head, I get more likes and engagement. Same thing with Facebook or any of my platforms. When I really come from my heart and I'm like really have true intentions of inspiring and uplifting, and yeah, come from the heart always. But people can sense it for some reason. I'll get more likes, comments, engagements, and all that. And it's just wild how people can like read my energy through text, like beyond what I'm just saying. They can feel what I'm feeling when I make it. And
Yeah, I know it's make it.
it's crazy, but
Ouch.
if you come from the heart and you just feel the right intentions and you have like intention with all your activity online, you're gonna build such a stronger personal brand. And like obviously don't be going negative, don't be hating people, don't be arguing with people online. That's not good for brand building. If you disagree with someone,
And
you don't need to always make a comment or reply back to them. Like I unfriend people left and right, and I unfollow people left and right, and I don't feel bad about it. Like I block my own fans. If they're negative, it's my social media feed. Like even if they love my music, if I'm scrolling through my feed and I'm just constantly seeing negative like victim mentality bullcrap from them, it's like I'm just gonna delete them. I don't really need them in my tribe or whatever. And I'm trying to build a tribe of empowered, inspiring people that resonate with my authentic nature. Like I don't care about what so-and-so's definition of hip-hop is, or like I'm not rap enough for this guy, or this I'm not this for this person, and this you try to please everybody, you end up
I'm
pleasing
not this
nobody.
guy.
And if you just please yourself, that's when your content will really resonate the most with people. So I'm gonna leave you guys in just a second. I'm back for the third time. First time my daughter interrupted it. Second time ran out of storage on my phone. Trying to make YouTube videos is frustrating sometimes, but I got these messages I want to share, and I'm trying. I'll get better at it as time goes on and I get more practice and everything. But I just wanted to leave you with a couple last thoughts on personal branding. Is just like, don't be afraid to put yourself out there just because there's a lot of other people doing similar things. There's no one doing it exactly like you. Like for example, my homegirl just started a card reading channel for like new moon card readings, tarot cards, and like just kind of like spiritual healing type stuff. And there's lots of people doing what she's doing, and so she could have easily talked herself out of not doing it, and she probably did for a long time, but now she's finally doing it, and like it's growing slowly, but I know she's gonna blow up with it because she's just got a beautiful way of doing it. And I personally love her videos, and if even one person like really resonates that deeply with it, then chances are there's a lot more people that will. It just needs to get that exposure. And in order to get that exposure, it just takes time and consistency. You got to just keep providing value after value after value and just keep doing it. And then eventually you'll start to see some traction with it, and you'll see things that are working and you'll do more of those, and things that aren't working and you'll do less of those. So you just got to put yourself out there and just stop overthinking it and just start doing it. Like you don't need any technology. I always thought forever about the lighting and the camera, and once I have the right camera and the lighting and this and that and fresh outfits, or once I'm successful and once I got a doper spot to film it, all these things, I was just overthinking it forever. I thought once I had all that, then I'll go daily on the YouTube, and then I'll get all these subscribers, and then my life will be dope. But then I realized like, no, it's not even about that. It's about like trying to put my message out. There's a great story about a starfish. There was a boy on a beach noticing that like hundreds of thousands of starfish had washed up on the beach, just so many of them as far as the eye could see. And this boy's throwing starfishing back into the ocean. Here you go, here's back to the ocean. And this old man walks up to the kid and he says, like, boy, what on earth are you doing? Like, you can't, there's so many starfish over here. You possibly couldn't even possibly make a difference. You know what I mean? Like, and the kid looks at him, picks up one more starfish, throws that starfish in the ocean, and he says, to that starfish, it makes all the difference. And that's kind of the theory and the philosophy that I've got with these videos. Like, I'm not going to look at, like, oh, this video only got 27 views and be, like, bummed about it. I'm going to look at the one person or the two people that messaged me saying that I changed their life and, like, really helped them get over some hurdles in their mind or whatever. Like, that's my one starfish, you know what I mean? And if I can help them, like, that makes a huge difference to them. So, like, I would be, like, robbing them of the value that I could provide if I was too worried about the numbers or just, like, didn't do it because I wasn't getting enough likes or whatever. Like, it's not about that. It's about really trying to just be yourself and help others and provide value. Like, you get attention based on value that you provide, and that value could be different depending on who you are. Some people get a lot of attention because the value they provide is laughter, they're funny, or they're entertaining, they're educational, or whatever that is. You have a lot to share with the world, and so you can build a personal brand based on really anything. Like, it's your, like, back in the day, they just called it your reputation, and even longer before that, they called it your honor. Back for the fourth time, oh my God, making videos is so frustrating sometimes, and just like, I'm trying so hard, and it's not working out today, but meant to be. I'm going to have to come back with a part 2 because my phone's about to die, so I had some other cool thoughts that I wanted to share with you on the topic, but I tend to ramble too much, so I'm going to come back with part 2 on another day with some more thoughts on personal branding. But the last thing I just want to leave you with is, like, your personal brand is more than just your logo. It's more than just the colors that you use. And, like, you want to make sure all that's cohesive. Like, pick specific colors and fonts and logos and images and styles and filters and things like that. And aesthetics to use within your personal brand so people can recognize you. Like, one of my mentors, Tom Bilyeu, uses, like, this specific light blue color and mixed with black, and so every time I see those black and blue, like, I almost think of him, you know what I mean, in this specific font. So I can see that font and those colors from, like, a mile away and immediately know what his brand is. Same thing with, like, you can see the golden arches, the red and yellow for McDonald's and know what it is, or the Starbucks logo from 6 miles away and know what it is. So, like, the name and the brand and the name and the logo and the aesthetics is definitely very important, but what's more important than all of that is just keeping it real, coming from an authentic space, not comparing yourself to others, and really intending to provide value and making sure you know what your intentions are before you make a post, and you're not online, arguing with people or just, like, contributing to the negativity, because that's just going to hurt your personal brand. There's a lot of people that are, like, they want to be successful musicians, but then they're talking about how broke they are, how no one supports them, or how shitty the scene is, or whatever. And they're always talking about shit like that. So they're making negative affirmations on their posts. So not only is that hurting them on that kind of level, but it's also adding to the collective consciousness, because, like, I always talk about how you perceive yourself is how you act, but also how other people perceive you too also affects your energy and your whole overall, like, auric field and shit. So if you're putting out a bunch of ways for people to perceive you in negative ways or not perceive you in the best light, then you're also hurting your self-image with that. So just be mindful about everything you post, everything you say, when you walk and talk. Like, when you're a personal brand, everything you do impacts and either hurts or helps that personal brand. So you gotta always be thinking about that, and always just be mindful about how you're showing up in the world and how other people might be perceiving you. So peace and blessings. I'm going to come back with part 2 with some more, like, super nitty-gritty tips on personal branding and some more, like, actual strategies and techniques you can apply. This first part was more of, like, the mindset and the philosophy behind personal branding, but man, it's just a glorious time to build up your brand and build up an audience. And once you have a big audience, not even a big audience, once you have an engaged audience that really connects with you, you can monetize it in tons of different ways. I get paid for different sponsors and all sorts of different things because I have a personal brand that people know, like, and trust. And then when I go to do anything, I bring that personal brand with me. When I started throwing hip hop roots, a lot of people just supported it because they already supported me. They already trusted the Burnell Washburn brand, and I was able to carry that trust into another brand and build hip hop roots with it because like the first, couple thousand people that started coming to those events were people that already liked my brand, already trusted that, and then I've gone on to co-sign other brands and help other companies thrive. So that's another big part of it, is just co-branding and co-signing each other and like working with other people. Like whoever you work with is also going to be a big part of your personal brand. So like I don't like work with certain people because they don't resonate with like the way I do things, and they're even if they have a big audience, like if their audience is more about like cocaine or whatever and they got that kind of demographic, like I know that's not going to resonate with like my personality and the vibe and the tribe that I'm trying to attract. So even if they got some huge amount of followers, like I might choose not to work with them because that actually might hurt me and like might kill some of my credibility with some other people that are not about that. So always be mindful about who you're associating with, how you're talking, and how you're showing up in your daily life, and just keep building that personal brand and being consistent and authentic. Much love. I'll catch you guys on part 2. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And as always, share this content with anyone that you think might get some value in it. If you got any homies that are trying to build up their brand right now, send them over. Make sure to leave a comment and say what up so we can be connected. And you feel free to hit me up on Instagram or Snapchat or any of these platforms so we can stay in touch. And if you got any questions, I'll make sure to answer those on a future episode. Peace and blessings. Much love. Have a wonderful rest of your day.